about every single day when I post a video, I get some kind of comment or question along the lines of like, how do I Bible journal when I have no margins or very little margins? How do I Bible journal if I don't have like a journaling Bible? You can still totally take like in-depth notes and have them in your Bible. So let's dive in. When I was in college, I really struggled with self-confidence. I went through seasons where I had like a ton of self-confidence and then seasons where my self-confidence was like really low. I promise you this story has it's going somewhere. I remember on one of my low days, my sweet younger sister turned to my then boyfriend, now husband, and said, what do you love most about my sister? And he said, the most attractive thing about her is her confidence. She may not be wearing a cute outfit, but if she thinks it's cute, it makes it automatically cuter. It made me realize I didn't attract my husband because I looked good or because I had this magical, like perfect outfit or wardrobe or personality or something like that. I attracted my husband with confidence. And that's this like invisible thing that I've always had with me if I just allow it. And I think that applies here. So many people are like, I want a Bible journal with you, but I don't have a journaling Bible. And I'm like, but you can totally Bible journal with me. You don't have to have the exact same Bible as me to Bible journal with me. You can always do it in your tiny little New Testament. You can really honestly just do it on a lined piece of paper. Today I'm throwing at you a bunch of ideas on ways you can Bible journal even in a normal Bible, or how you can take notes in your journaling Bible and just like make more space for note taking. All right, now my go-to first thing I usually do when I know I'm going to take a lot of notes or I want to add a bunch of notes into my Bible is I will literally just tape a whole sheet of paper. Y'all know I like to use scrapbook paper. I talk about what type I use in this video, but this is just taped in. Now you can tape it in where it flaps up. You can tape it in so it flaps out like another book page, or I tape this one so that it flaps down. And then I even taped another sheet to it. And then I wrote on all the different sides here and here, and I like tripled the square footage of notes taking space. So if you're taking notes in your Bible and your Bible looks something like this, or even if your margins are smaller, you can always tape a piece of paper onto the edge of this actual Bible sheet. And then you'd have like a whole piece of paper in your Bible. There's this thing that the Bible journaling community calls tip-ins, and along the tip of the piece of paper, you put glue, and then you stick the piece of paper into the crease of your Bible, and it's stuck in there just like another Bible page. If y'all have been here for very long, you guys know that my Bible is an interleaved Bible. So every other page is the completely blank page for taking notes. But what I feel like I haven't shared enough on this channel is that you can literally make any Bible a interleaved Bible by just adding a tip in between every Bible page in your Bible. It's really cheap. It might take a lot of time. Might take a lot of notebook paper and tape, but that's about it. This is similar to a tip-in. I basically did 2 tip-ins. So I added in 2 full sheets into what was my normal Bible journaling pages. And I put like a little clear window so that I could see the scriptures, but take a bunch of notes and not have them overtake the rest of the scriptures. I can add notes here or here. I don't know if I would ever regret having too much note-taking space in my Bible. Now, over time, adding paper and thickness to your Bible will mess with the binding, but I think it's so worth it than to not take notes in your Bible or to avoid taking notes in your Bible, because you can always get your Bible rebound and your notes are preserved in your Bible still. So tip-ins and taping pieces of paper onto the pre-existing paper in your binder would be my number one way to like double or triple your square footage of note-taking space. My next favorite way of adding space into my Bible, when I don't necessarily have a ton of things that I want to add to my Bible, is I add little tabs. And much like the whole sheet of note paper, I just tape in a little square, or this is like a little tab of scrapbooking paper. So on this page, you guys can see I've done 2 different things. I've added a tab for some notes over here, and then I did like an awkward sized piece of paper because I had an awkward amount of notes. I didn't want to add a whole sheet. But I also didn't want to add something really small like this. So in some ways, I think it kind of depends on the type of notes that you're wanting to add to your Bible, whether or not you want to add a small or a wide and thick. It kind of just depends on the information, how you want to display it, like if it's a map. So let's see, I'm adding a map in Galatians. Where's Galatians? In my seminary class, we've been in Galatians, and there's this like theory about where exactly the Galatian church was. And I wanted to add a map so I can remember just like that whole debate. But I don't really have space to add a ginormous map and note. So I was thinking about taping in like a tab or a large piece of paper into my Bible. Because it's a map, I kind of want to do a bigger piece of paper. I don't want to have to fold the map or anything like that. I want it to be very visible and easily visible in my Bible. So it depends if you're putting in charts or maps. The cool thing about tabs is that you can layer them. So there's kind of like an infinite number of tabs that you can add in your Bible. It's not like you can only add one tab to one page of your Bible. You can continue adding tabs as weeks and weeks go by or months and months go by and you're studying a passage. Another idea, I have little envelopes that I tape in different areas of my Bible, and I can slip in like sermon notes or full pages of like notebook notes. So basically what this is it's also like a tip in. It's like an entire sheet that I just taped in, or you could put glue on the edge and slip it in between two Bible pages. And it just happens to be a folder too, so that you can slip even more notes into your Bible. Now, depending on how big your margins are, if you have like 1/2 inch margins, or I think these might be 1 inch margins, I have learned that if I try to freehand take really tiny notes in the margins, it's called like micro Bible journaling, I think. If I try and do that, they do not come out looking very pretty. Then if I take really tiny notes like on a sticky note and then tape it into my Bible, they're a lot smaller. You guys can see those are really like small and precise and neat and easy to read. But for some reason, when I try and write directly onto my Bible, really small, precise, and neat, it doesn't come out nearly as clean and neat and perfect as then if I write on a separate piece of paper on a flat desk surface and then tape it in. So there's just like a little bit of a pro tip. Another idea, if you have small margins, is to do a flap from the margin. So you'll see this is glued onto the actual little bit of margin that I have, and then it still folds down. So that's a way to cover up a mistake. I think that's what I did here. Or just to add a little bit of a tab that's anchored onto your page. If you're worried about ripping your Bible pages, some people have even thinner pages than my Bible, and that might be a better way to anchor it onto your page so that your Bible page doesn't rip from the tabs. Now, if you're wanting to add semi-temporary notes, like if you're in the season of studying something in your Bible, or if you're just going through a phase where you're learning about something specific and you want notes in your Bible, but you don't think you want them permanently in your Bible, never underestimate the power of a paper clip. We made these in this video that's linked up above. On this page, you'll see I kind of did a half sheet that folds out and was able to put a map and some notes. And then obviously on the back side, even more notes without totally overtaking this whole page with notes. Here's a little sticker that I added into my Bible with very specific, like tiny little notes. And it looks like it's been taped in and it's like a little Post-it. So the beauty of having like a cute little sticker like this is that it's a specific size. It's gonna keep me in the lines. It's gonna look cute and not get overly messy. But also I can place it on my desk, have a flat, clean, easy writing space, and then stick it in my Bible where it's all bendy and pressy. And you know, writing directly in your Bible can get messy so quickly than if you have like a sticker or something to write on, or even just a piece of paper to glue in and then put it inside of your Bible. It gets a lot neater if you do it that way. This specifically is a sticker from my Bible journaling sticker club. It's like a monthly subscription where monthly you get just a bunch of Bible journaling stickers. I think it's like $12 a month. But I would encourage you to get some kind of stickers. I mean, even the dollar store has like scrapbooking stickers that you know will fit in whatever space you have in your Bible for taking really tiny notes, because if you write first and then stick it in your Bible, it will be a lot neater. Also, let's just give a moment of silence to the very fine tip pens in our lives that help us truly make the most of every little inch of our Bibles. Thank you, fine tip pens. Now, if you guys want more Bible journaling ideas like these, check out this video or Bible journaling with me in this video, and I will see you guys in these videos right here. Also, subscribe. Bye, guys.